on IPR. Today we have with us Dr. TCA Srinivasa Prasad. He is a highly experienced managerial person with varied experience, including cost and management accounting, software development, ERP, IDM, O&M, IT. He has served as GM Finance and Accounts in Steel Authority of India, then elevated to the position of Executive Director and Executive Director ERP Implementation, and serves as advisor to NMDC Limited in the domain of ERP and IT. He has a professional website whereby he updates relevant information for the professionals and students on an hourly basis. He had served the Council of Institute of Cost Accounts of India, contributing to member services and committee and other portfolios. His area of interest are cost and management, enterprise resource planning, internal audit and internal control, management information systems and system leadership, and team building and contract management. We had a privilege of hearing to Sir yesterday on sustainable development on IPR. And Sir, the floor is open for you to discuss on today's topic. Sir, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening. Vanakkam to everybody. Am I audible? First of all, that's what I wanted to know.
You are audible, sir.
Thank you very much. We have been discussing this IPR for the last 3 days, and today is the 4th day, as you see. Okay. Good evening, Mr. Rakesh. Okay. So what we will do, we will just go through a very small thing before we start the actual. I'll share my screen so people can confirm to me. Yes, my screen is shared. Can you please confirm, all of you?
Yes, sir. It is
shared. Yes, sir. It is visible.
It is visible. Okay. Thank you very much. Fine. Now we have been discussing about this IPR and all. So let's get on to the presentation per se, and then I'll come back to another place. Okay. So this is a welcome to all of you. And on the first day, we had Dr. T. Pavan Kumar talking on the IP concept, identification and creation, registering IP procedure. Second day, we had CMA Rakesh Shankar, Ravi Shankar on patent informatics. Yesterday, we had intellectual property, sustainable development, challenges in enforcement of intellectual properties in India. So this is what we have traveled so far. And today we will have trademarks. So we will have the 10 sessions. Sub-sessions will be credits and acknowledgement, disclaimer, India trademark, benefits, trademarks in business, application of TM, scope for professional case studies, reference, Q&A, mutual learning. This is what I consider. Any question and answer will be learning. And I request, like yesterday, there can be some interaction so that I also have a time to have a cup of water in between instead of 2 hours or 1.5 hours, me alone speaking. So that is my sincere request to all of you. And what we will now do is, we will just go through this credits. And we know it very well. Yesterday also I gave the credits to all the people, the college, yourself, Dr. P. Ravindran, and my institute, media publication, law journals, and family of each and every one of you. And of course, my wife, who had been solidly behind in all these endeavors. And we have a disclaimer, which is the same what we did yesterday. So the contents of this discussion is intended to as a general guidance to the subject matter, and you should take specialist advice, should be sought about your specific circumstances. So we will go to the subject of today, which is India and trademarks. Now, before that, I would like to move on to another small place. Let me go to that place. Please tell me that you are able to see the screen. Okay. Let's hold on for a second. Yeah. We will see. Is my screen visible? I have given an intellectual property.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
It is visible. Thank you very much. Fine. Now what I will do, I'll slightly, because the job is creating a problem. Right. Now, we will do one thing. We'll just have a look at what is intellectual property. If you really look at that, that is what we wanted to see. Let's have a look at it. What is intellectual property? Is it readable to all of you, or should I have to make it bigger? Now, is it readable?
It is readable, sir.
So intellectual property is a combination of copyrights, industrial designs, geographical indications, trademarks, patents, and also trade secret. Now let's go one by one. Suppose we go to industrial design. So what are all the industrial designs that we will have? We will have electronic device, packages and containers, furnishing and household goods, lighting equipment, jewelry, textiles, graphic symbols, GUI, graphical user interface. These are all will be part of the industrial design. When we come to copyright, we will have advertisements, computer programs, databases, books, music, paintings, sculpture, films, maps, technical drawings, all those things will be coming. Then we go to trademarks. Today, what we are going to discuss, color shades. Colors are also trademark. Drawings, symbols, shape and packaging of goods, sounds. Airtel has got a collar tune, you know, trademarked. Fragrance, words, letters, numerals, all these things will be there. Now, as we proceed, GI, we have foodstuff, wine and spirit drinks, agricultural products, industrial products, handicrafts, all these things come under GI. If you remember, yesterday we talked about Chedi Putta. Then when we come to trade secret, we have got two wings, on a commercial information and on a technical information. On the commercial information, we have advertising strategies, distribution methods, list of suppliers, and other things will be there. On the technical, we have design, drawing, computer programs, manufacturing process, pharmaceutical, test data. So this is what I mean, it's an inclusive list. I will not call it as a total list. So it is an inclusive list. And if you really look at the thing will be like this. So many things we have covered now, right? So I just thought we are going to talk about trademarks. Out of this, we are going to talk about this only today, right? So I thought I will just give a small map of what is a intellectual property and how does it branches itself out into many of the things, right? So shall we proceed? Any observation on this, what we have seen now? Is there any observation, please, from anyone? Any observation from anyone, please? Or we can go to the trademark, right? So what is trademark? So it falls under the umbrella intellectual property. We have just seen, you know, along with the copyrights and patents. Along with that, okay, patents and copyrights and your trademarks, your logos, everything comes under IP. So it applies to logo, symbol, branding. We will see what kind of a branding we have and how a branding really becomes almost generic also we will see, okay. So it patents applies to inventions and innovations, copyrights apply to creative work. But then why all these things are done? Why IP registration and then making it in one name and all is needed? Because other people, they don't take advantage of your ideas of work. Now, what is a trademark? Trademark, we have seen that, and it protects the specific unique name. like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Bata, Tata. What are all our unique name, logos? You know everything. We will see the logos and all as we proceed, and even colors that are emblematic of one specific brand. So if you really take of color, predominantly red is the color of Coca-Cola. All of you must be seeing, and predominantly blue plays a role in this one. Airtel, predominantly it is a red. If you see the Airtel color and all their advertisements, it will be totally red. So like that, every brand comes with a particular color combination, particular music, particular fragrance. Even the fragrance also gets trademarked in many places, right? Now, so many times what happens, the small business owners, they think that trademarking is for global brands. No, but small business also have a lot of ideas, and they come across a lot of innovations in their own way. May not be a very big innovations. Sometimes even very big innovations are included. So they are also required to do a trademark registration. So since you have got a incubation center and you have got a separate wing for developing the IPR activities of the country, so I think you should know, even a small idea and a small entrepreneur, small business, your student starts a business and then he should now have a trademark registration, he or she, whatever the case. And all of us know brand logos are most obvious. We know the brand logos. The moment you talk about brand, you will know. So we need not, every brand, even your college has got a logo. So the brand logos are the most obvious and most commonly trademark items for small business. But you can also trademark words, symbols, packaging, even sounds, like I had explained to you. The moment when somebody's phone rings, then you come to know that it is Airtel which is ringing, or it is Jio which is ringing, all those things. You'll be knowing. Olden days when the TV starts in the morning, you have got a music. So that is a trademark of Doordarshan. Okay, so that kind of a sound is also trademarked, right? And the trademark assessment is case by case basis. So if you have a question about whether part of your brand is a trademark, a small intellectual property attorney can answer your question. Okay, so that is what we will be seeing. What are all the job opportunities for your students when they go out, whether they can also practice as being a trademark agent or a trademark attorney, what is needed for that, what are all the qualities needed for that. That also we will see a little later, right? Now, your logo and other business branding should be as unique as possible. See, what happens if you are going to copy something, then there will be always a confusion. There will be a litigation, and people think that they are going to buy your product, they may be buying your competitor's product. So it should be unique. Like our face is unique. From one to one, we are different. So God has created a real trademark even with human beings. Each and every person is a trademark. So the moment you tell somebody's name, his face comes to you because it is different. So your unique logo or a symbol, that is what you will give your brand recognition. And when you have a unique logo or symbol, then you have a greater IPR protection because it is distinct and you cannot copy. Normally, it should be very difficult to copy, right? Now, what is happening in India? We have got a Trademarks Registry and we also have a Trademarks Act. Trademark Registry established in 1940 and it administers the Trademarks Act 1999. Okay, it acts as a resource and information center, and we have got an objective of the Trademarks Act. What is the objective? To register trademarks naturally and to provide better protection. Okay, and the main function of the registry is to register the trademark. Right. Now, when we go further, attorney code. Now, the lawyers may practice before the tribunal, but before that, they will have to have some sort of a prerequisite. I am talking of who can be a trademark attorney code and attorney lawyer, online application. So attorney code, I had given the procedure. we will not discuss this because I thought when we share the presentation material, it will be useful for students and faculty. That is why I have come out with this. And you can become a trademark agent. What you are supposed to do with the trademark agent also is now covered. Now, Office of the Comptroller General of Patents, Designs, Trademarks, they have given what is the achievements that they have done when compared to 2014 to 2019-20. This is the journey, what they have done. So they have been amending the rules. They have modernized the IP officers. Okay, a lot of things are online now. Manpower augmentation. Yesterday, we must have seen that there is also a problem with the manpower. Now that is also getting solved. Use of IT and technology and expedited examination. We saw how the examination is now going higher and higher percentage. Filing also is higher and clearance is also higher. And we have a separate, this is a separate subject. In fact, I request or I pray that the college look up at this subject separately in some other workshop or a seminar, Startup India. So there are a lot of things, avenues are available and a lot of facilities are being given by the government of India. So this will be a separate subject. We will not discuss it here. Awareness in IPR, feedback mechanism, then India's accession. Yesterday we saw WIPO implemented treaties and pilot patented prosecution highway. There is a project. It is a pilot project which is being done along with Japan. We are now doing. Now the question is 4 equal to 75? Why this question? Because we have registered as many trademarks in 4 years as we did in the previous almost 75 years. So we had 11.9 lakh registered trademarks till 2015, whereas it managed to register 11.6 lakh more by 2020. In about 4 years, we had almost equal whatever trademarks that we have done earlier. This is possible because of all these things, including awareness of IPR, like colleges, we are now discussing on IPR. IT and technology has really helped us and modernization of the office and all. So this is what the achievement of the country as a whole. And then we should congratulate each and every person involved. And then every person who is trying to really get into the trademark business. Now, this is a graphical representation of number of trademarks filed, examined, registered, and disposed. All these things are all available in the public domain on the Government of India website, right? Now we come to benefits. What are all the benefits? We look at the benefits. So it's an important step. We saw it. It's for protecting them definitely. Then it can also offer you some protection if those copycats do something on your reputation damaging. You remember, we will be seeing that case today also, Marico, parachute coconut oil. We just saw it yesterday in a brief. I just passed on because it was a trademark. I thought I will discuss it in brief today. Yesterday, it was a passing remark. Then your brand is protected, your consumer recognition and your goodwill goes up. And one more important thing is trademarks can last forever. You must be seeing patent lasts for 20 years, copyright, sometimes it is 60 years, sometimes it is 99 years, whereas trademarks, it can last for ever and ever and ever, as long as you are in the business. And it becomes a valuable asset, uniqueness of your brand, easy communication tool, easy for customers to find. So these are all the definitely the benefits. I just stopped for a while here. I just wanted to know whether anyone is thinking of any other benefit for the knowledge sake, because I have listed out some of them. So I would like to hear from the participants, because many people may be aware of whatever I have been talking. So I have now listed down the benefits. So other benefits, if somebody can think, they can give a chat and then somebody can give me a verbal communication. I would like to stop for 2-3 minutes here and then request feedback from the participants, please, faculty and participants. I will go on mute. I'm waiting. Please. Am I audible first of all, or I am not audible?
Sir, you are audible, sir.
So if I am audible, I think I have got the pleasant task of listening also. No? Some more benefits, if somebody can come up, it will be really good. Can somebody give me some examples? That's what I'm trying to find out. It will be nice if we have some more examples. Otherwise, it is as if that I only know the things, which I don't believe. Rakeshji, I think you agree with my point. Though it is a sort of a webinar, still I think we should have
Yes, sir.
some
Yes,
kind
sir.
of
I totally agree with you. Even I'm just waiting for the participants to interact.
Yeah, somebody, because it's not that I know everything. Definitely not. So I'm only trying to find out what are all the other benefits of trademark if we have done anything. Somebody? Okay, I think we will have to proceed. There can be some difficulty from the participants. So let me get back to my screen sharing. Is the screen available right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine. Now this is what we were looking at the benefits. Okay, fine. Now we will come to the topic trademark in business, isn't it? That is what we are entering into the main one. So trademark is okay. You can call it as you can also say essentially another word for brand or brand name. Okay, like we have Surf, we have Godrej, Almira, we have got many brands. You can chalk everything. Now, the trademark can be a name, word, symbol, slogan, device that serves to both identity. There is a little bit of steel in everybody's life. Whose tagline is this? Which company's tagline? Can somebody help me? Anyone? It is a tagline of SAIL. We also make steel. Whose tagline it is? It's a very famous trademark sentence. We also make steel. You can find out. You go to the net and then find out what are all the very important and very famous taglines of companies. You will come to know that. No, the words, the sentences, all those things are there. Okay, like if somebody else is going to make an attempt, then you can definitely get and then stop them from doing it, right? Now, we go to the next point. See, we saw in order to be eligible for a trademark, the mark must be distinctive and in use in commerce. So this is a very important word, commerce I have written. So it is to be distinctive and in use in commerce, either presently in use in the commerce or it can be ready for commerce even tomorrow. Okay, like that is what that does yet have a commercial, you can still obtain a trademark. Okay, that in rate that I am going to use this symbol at some particular point in future for commerce. That is what for my commercial use I'm going to do it, because today I'm not using it, but I will be definitely using it for in the days to come. That's what I will be saying. Now, there are 4 different categories of distinctiveness trademark. They can be descriptive, they can be suggestive, they can be fanciful or arbitrary, or they can be generic. Trademark can be a complete descriptive, or it can only suggestive. It can only be a one particular letter which will immediately suggest, oh, this is that company, oh, this is that brand. We will see all those things. Fanciful or arbitrary, or it can be generic. But suggestive and arbitrary are considered distinctive with their eligibility, whoever is first to register them. Like descriptive mark, geographical terms, personal names must have an established secondary name. Why? Because if you really look at it, if you take a personal name, the same name can be available with somebody else also. So we must be very careful when we are going to do a trademark with the names and all. And you can't do a generic thing as a trademark. That is also not possible. There is a case study involving ITC and Nestle, which we will see as we proceed to the case laws and case studies of trademarks. So generic in nature, you cannot do that now. So it's a good idea to register the name of your business as a trademark if you want. And also it gives a legal ownership in specific locations, be they loyal, state, or nationwide. But when you come across borders, then there are some issues. There are some cases happening that it can't be done in India, but somebody wanted to do in Turkey, then there is a case going on. And it is also a trademark it is also used to protect your consumers. How? Because when you have a trademark for a very good quality product, then when the consumer buys, and then he is also protected by the warranty or guarantees are given by the manufacturer. But if those trademarks are now not there, and then you buy something similar to that trademark, then the consumer is not protected. But the company will say it is not mine. You have been cheated. So yeah, a good trademark product, when you buy, you are, as a consumer, you are also protected. Naturally, we have seen it gives protection to the business and the consumer. For both it is giving. Now, this is all about your trademark. Now we will see some of the things. In this case, I definitely require interaction, because it will be, as I see, it will be an interesting session. So I need some answers. Otherwise, it will be only one-way traffic. And here it is really talking about a trademark. We are going to discuss whatever we have seen in trademark. We are going to see it in action. All of you must be knowing this company, or many of you must be knowing FedEx, isn't it? Now, what is so special about this trademark? Something strikes to you people? How trademarks have been evolving? That is what I am trying to drive home the point. Can somebody help me? What do you see? Is there anything specific in FedEx? Rakeshji, I will need your help to kindle out people to answer me. Am I audible, please?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Yeah, madam.
Participants, can you just key in at least? No, somebody has written arrow.
Yes, madam, absolutely. Please give him a chocolate. Whoever has written the arrow.
Professor Shantini from Department of English.
This is FedEx. Okay, Professor, what is the name, madam? So kudos to the professor. Shantini. This is the arrow, FedEx. Why this arrow? Because FedEx has come out with a trademark. What is the idea? Just have a look at it. So many things have gone into this trademark. It's a shipping company, best known in the world, hidden image logos. It is a hidden image. Okay, look at the E and X. There is a negative space, forms an arrow. So I've been an interview, the logo designer, that said the arrow could connote forward direction, speed, and precision. And if it remained hidden, there might be an element of surprise, that aha moment. Okay, and this design has won over 40 awards and was ranked as one of the 8 best logos in the last 35 years by Rolling Stone magazine. Just imagine, it is the 8 best logos in the last 35 years. FedEx. There is an arrow. Thank you. Next, all of you know this. What is this? Baskin Robbins. What do they serve you? Ice cream. Yeah, tell me, what is so special about this Baskin Robbins? About this trademark logo? What do you see in the logo? Baskin Robbins is written B&R. Can somebody help me, please? Somebody can even search in the Google and answer me. I will be happy. Or if some answer is coming in the chat, you may please keep me informed. Yeah, some takers.
Somebody has, again, Shantri ma'am has told 13.
Third.
No, B and R.
B and R is right, but she went for 13 and 12, you know. Madam is only, you know, madam is almost right. Only
she specified only 13, sir. I don't think. 31.
13. Yes.
13 flavors. 13 flavors.
Oh, actually, the
31
thing,
taste.
Yeah, this you will have to look at this 31. Okay. It is 31 flavors for 31 days in a month, the maximum number of days in a month. That is what Baskin-Robbins say.
That is the answer from Dr. C.
Yeah.
Rupa of Commerce Department.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think she can be given a chocolate, whoever wants to give. This is what it says. Baskin-Robbins, owned by the Dunkin' brand, they say best known for their 31 flavors. Initially, they are best known for their own 31 flavors. Okay, if you really look at it, 31 is now written here in this place. 31 is there, B and R in between, right? Now is meant to convey the fun and energy of Baskin-Robbins brand, iconic 31, because 31 stands for 31 days in a month. That is what they say. And it was introduced in 2005 for an entire brand refresh. That is what they said. Look at how much of time, effort, creativity goes in doing this one. LG, what do you see? LG? Any answer? LG?
Their tagline, life's good. Somebody has replied. Again,
but then
from Management Department.
Thank you. If you look at L, this is L and this is G. A smiling face. Initially, people think that their customer service makes the customers very happy, but they had also written L and G. That is what they said. And if you really look at it, it also looks like a Pac-Man of where we used to play, you know, sometime earlier. This comes the next one. This is the trademark of Hope for African Children Initiative. What do you see in this? We see African map, no? Almost. They have come out with a trademark. But apart from that, you have a look at this place. What do you see? A child and the mother. You see a child and a mother. So for the Children Initiative. The continent of Africa and a child looking up at the mother. How many people have eaten this chocolate? Can somebody tell me? This chocolate is a beautiful Swiss chocolate. How many of you? Many of you must have seen, eaten. What does this trademark tell? Can somebody answer? It's a very interesting one. Can somebody answer, please? Any messages, chats? Any idea? Look at this. What do you see here? What is this? This is a mountain. All of us know. But what is this? This picture. It's a bear. Kardi. Why that comes here? That is because this chocolate is from a place called Bern, Switzerland, a city famously associated with bears. So they have put it in the tagline. This, many of you must be knowing about this Pinterest. Many of you must have used. What is so beauty about this particular, this one? Can somebody tell me? It's a pin your interest, you know. That is what it says. Look at this. Look at this P. The P itself is a pin. That is how they have done. It's a digital pin board tied to logo directly into the social network core. That is what many of you must be using it. The hidden image is P doubles as a pin. This is the interesting one. What is this? Formula 1. What do you see here? You see an F and red lines. And your 1 is hidden here.
But 1 is hidden, sir.
Yeah, 1 is hidden. So that is how they made the tagline. And what did they answer for this? They say red color represents passion and energy. If you remember yesterday, suddenly I went to a yellow color saying that that is the color of greed. I don't know whether you people remember when I was talking about evergreening and all. When I talked about evergreening and IPR patents, I used a yellow color. Color makes a lot of difference when you want to express something. Red color represents the passion and the energy, and the black color represents power and determination. And there is a negative space, which is F1 logo, and it has got a red tracing strips. That is what it says. And this one is a beautiful one. Bronx Zoo it is in New York. What do you see in this? Bronx Zoo. What do you see in this? Just have a look at it, what they have done. Bronx Zoo, largest metropolitan zoo in the world, and 2 birds, 2 giraffes, and also Zoom's home city, which is New York. Just look at this place. It is the high rises of New York City. 1, 2, 3, 4 high rises. If you look at it. See, a lot of why I am trying to discuss this is we are into this world of IPR, internet, IT, so many things, and your students and faculty, we will have to catch up. I am only rekindling the thinking process of many of us, so that when we are going to do something on the copywriting or on the trademark, then you should know what all you can think and then do. I am only giving a small example. Toyota, in fact. So Toyota is the symbol, you must know. So this also has a wonderful thing. We will see how it has done. Now, what they have done, the logo certainly encompasses more than meets the eyes. Okay. So 3 overlapping vowels, if you see, that is what it says. 1 vowel, 2nd vowel, 3rd vowel. If you take all of them, look at this, you get, when you put a black color in between, then you get Toyota from the vowels themselves, from the vowel shapes themselves you get. Trademark of Toyota has when the trademark itself has its name, if you try to read this way. Now, this is all about, okay, MNCs and foreign nationals. We come to Indian context. We have got Tata, Airtel, State Bank, HP, Suzlon, Titan, Bajaj, Airport Authority, Make in India, HDFC Bank. Can somebody help me? What does any of these depict before I show them? Anyone? Anybody? Give me a respect for 2-3 minutes. Possible? When you are going to do a trademark for your institution or your students or as a collectively, then you should go through all these things and then find out a good thing which will also tell what you are trying to depict and what you are trying to do. Right? Let's go through Make in India. It's a line step logo, September 2014. So we know it has got a entirely of cogs symbolizing manufacturing strength and national pride. What we say is, come and make in India. My country is powerful. Come, I am giving an invitation. That is the essence of India's development. This is how the Make in India talks about. What does Tata symbol talks? T, letter in blue, stands for the group's reliability, strength, prosperity. And the T also talks about tree of trust. That also it talks. That is what Tata symbol says. SBI says it is a keyhole, so a common man can unlock all his or her banking needs. This is what SBI's logo says. Initially, it was a banyan tree. Then 1971, Shekhar Kamath, National Institute of Design, he developed this SBI. So for the past almost, say, 51 years, the same design continues. Common man, he will be able to unlock. HDFC Bank, initially it was a, if you remember, it was a housing finance corporation, even now, but there is a bank also which has come. So it resembles a building with 4 corner walls, being cameras, and the concept that you have a roof over you. That is what it talks. When we come to Bajaj, Bajaj symbol, if you really look at it, it is a bee, flying bee. B for Bombay, B for bad, B for balloon. That character B is flying in Bajaj, if you really look at it. So how? Because they said we will come with a flying bee. Initially, it was a form of styled bee to flying bee. Technology to denote speed and transparency. HP talks about curved lines, stream of energy fuel being poured into your vehicle, right? So you pour diesel and petrol into your vehicle. That is how HP has come with this. Titan, it was designed by the Tata Group and also the Tamil Nadu Industrial Development Corporation, TIPCO. They did this in 1987, this. Because if you see, there is a watch along with internal parts of the machineries. Titan is now given in that. If you really look at this place, this is what they were looking at. Now, Airports Authority of India, 1990s early. It's a triangular form and the wings of an aeroplane. So it looks like an airport itself. That is what it says. Airports Authority of India. We were discussing about Airtel. Airtel initially, some 2 years or 3 years back, this was not the symbol. This was not the logo. They changed. Now this A represents there is no border. So it is ever expanding Airtel. That is what Airtel tries to say to us. Suzlon talks about green energy. So they have used the color green. That is of powering a greener tomorrow. So they went on to the green. There are thousands and thousands of examples. I have just taken some companies abroad and about 10 trademarks or the logos of Indian company. If you remember, many people even now, they go to the shop and ask for surf, isn't it? But the shopkeeper gives them Nirma or whatever it is, or Kuvi powder or whatever it is, it's a blue color. Any blue washing powder means surf. So surf, instead of a brand name, it has become a generic name. Some years back, when you say, I'm going to buy a Godrej Almera, that means you are buying a steel Almera, not necessarily from Godrej. You're going to ask, give me Crosin, but he gives you $650 or whatever it is. So Crosin, that brand name has become a generic name in many of the cases, if you really look at it. So the brand has become so powerful that anything resembling that, people still think it is a brand. Now, I stop for a second here. I just wanted to have a discussion. There is a trademark or a logo of this college also. Can I know the reason behind that trademark possible? Can somebody answer me so that we will be learning something new? One more trademark and its hidden meaning. Can somebody help me, please? SS Jain College for Women has got a trademark. Can someone? Yeah, this is the trademark. I could see many things in it. Can somebody give an insight into this, please? You can put back that trademark, possible, whoever was telling. Because we are discussing trademark, logos and all, you know. So it is better that we discuss our own for at least 2 minutes, if possible. Can we? That's my question. Otherwise, we can proceed. Should I proceed, please?
Can I, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead, madam. I'm waiting.
Sir, in our logo, we can see Mahavir
Yes.
shadow, a peacock,
Yes.
a lotus,
Yes. Yes.
which completely talk about Jainism.
Yes. Thank you, madam. Because lotus, see, and the color also.
Color
It's not
is red.
blue. It's not blue. It's not red. It's not white. So every detail would have gone into making this logo, which is also the trademark of your college. Thank you, madam. Thanks a lot.
Thank
Now
you.
let me get back to my this one. We were at Suzlon Green Energy. That is why the company's name itself is green. If somebody has some other trademark and its hidden meaning, they are most welcome to add so that others also can get more knowledge. Somebody wants, otherwise I can proceed to the next topic. Shall I proceed, please? Can I proceed? Or somebody wants to have anything in the chat? Can somebody look at the chat and tell me if there is anything new input is
In
coming?
chat, there is no information, sir.
Okay. Thank you, madam. Now, we were looking at scope for professionals. Since we were, yesterday also we saw, and today also we will see. What is the scope for professionals? So IP, I am only talking about TM today, no trademark. Yesterday we saw what all we can do on copyright, patent and other things. Okay, today we will see only trademarks only, limited trademark this one. So demand for IP professionals well versed in this area to deal with IPR across national and international borders are needed. So this can be one of the major thrust area for our students in the days to come. Okay, not all professionals will be allowed, but students can be told as to this is one of the profession which they can take because there's a huge potential available in this. So you can become a patents attorney, you can become a trademarks attorney, you can become a copyright attorney. Right? Trademark attorney, so because for protecting and enforcing the trademark rights, guides the way to protect all those things, trademark attorney. And who could be a trademark attorney, what he should do, what kind of an exam he has to write, all those things we covered a little earlier. Okay, now, in the field of industrial design, layout design of integrated circuit, geographical indication, trade secrets, protection of plant varieties, information and communication law, all these things are possible. Because patent copyright, if you leave, then you remember we discussed so many things about trademark, and in all these things are also there. Industrial design, layout design. Your layout design can become a trademark, your color can become a trademark, your music can become a trademark. So this is a beautiful profession which is emerging very high. And please remember, what we did in 75 years, we did in 4 years. That means we may repeat it in another 2 years. That means we need people. So those people can be your own students also or your own faculty also. So from everything, right from numerous clients, small business owner to management of law corporations. There are garage inventors like what we saw yesterday, the small girl, Shrija, 7th standard or 8th standard, 7th standard, I believe. So they are all inventors. So trademark, we'll have to register. Somebody has to help them, how they should do the registration, how they should get the patent, what are all the benefits when they get the patent, how they will have to pay annual patent fees or annual copyright fees if it is. So all these things somebody has to guide. Who will be able to guide? Only people who have now studied the subject and become an expert and pass some of the examinations on TM manager or a TM agent. That is what is important. Now, available opportunities we saw. What are all the thing is needed for them? Skills required: critical thinking, naturally, analytical reasoning, negotiation, research and writing skills, knowledge of scientific and legal concepts, mathematical or computer related skills, excellent communication and competence to manage IPR. Now, when we are doing something out of the syllabus, apart from whatever we have to do, maybe it is a requirement of the present education policy or all, but we must train the students in all these areas also. Maybe we will have to train them as to how to critically think. Like I have now shown you some of the trademarks, and we were thinking what it can be. Like once it was found, then we were trying to find out what else can be there, but that becomes only one side. So we'll have to analyze so many things, and then our sharpening the mind and the brain on critical thinking, analytical reasoning, and we will have to train them on research and writing skills, whatever it is. Apart from the regular curriculum, the institutions can take this, and then that will really help people to become a good trademark manager or whatever it is. And we must also remember trademark the practice can be done by company secretaries. Okay, so they have put in their curriculum also some of the things in their actual lessons. That is what they have done. So we can now guide the students as to which kind of a thing they should do. Like if you want to do business data analytics and you want to do the cost reduction, cost control and all, CMAs are the best people to do that. So in this case, there is an avenue open for another kind of a branch. This is what we have to guide the students. Now we go to the case studies. The 8th session, subsection 8 case studies. But before I go to case studies, is there any feedback or any input from anyone, please? Can I wait for a second here? I need some input in case if there is any. Can we? Okay, we will proceed. Case studies. This is what Bajaj Electrical. This is the Bajaj Electrical. Yesterday we just saw it. I just rushed through this one. So the Bajaj Electrical and plaintiff Gaurav Bajaj and another. So he had 2 electrical stores and put it as a Bajaj. And this is what he started doing it. Now Bajaj Electrical logo is available there, and this man was telling something, and he was telling that Bajaj is not into this, so why should Bajaj bother? But then it is a clear attempt to deceive the public, because when Bajaj name is there, you think, okay, it is done by Bajaj, so you won't buy. That means it is a complete deceiving the public. So there was a court case, and Bombay High Court, they went through all these things and they passed an interim injunction. You remember we were telling that earlier the court was not doing interim injunction and all. Nowadays they are giving interim injunction. That is what we saw. So the court passed interim injunction against the use of the trademark or in the store name as well as in the domain name of the defendant. This is one case. The second one we saw yesterday, Parachute, Marico Limited. So he went to the YouTube and then started damaging the goodwill of the company. And Parachute, he has put the pictures and all. So these pictures and whatever Parachute, the way Parachute is written, if you really look at it, Parachute, every product will be written in this way only. That is how they have the style of doing it. And the color is always blue if you see Parachute, everything. And there are some greener variety. of parachute, which is the composition is different. So again, the court went through all these things, and then they said that you again interim injunction. And please remember, yesterday we saw, court case takes a lot of time. That is why we need more people, even in the judicial system. And we wanted a separate IP court and all we discussed yesterday. That is because interim injunction and the case is still going on. And ISKCON also we saw yesterday, if you remember, in the name of ISKCON, people started manufacturing garments, and then they said that it is ISKCON. So naturally, ISKCON is cheesed off, and they went. Now, if you remember, we were discussing about Nestle and ITC. This is the case. Madras High Court. What is happening? ITC claimed. ITC had a EP, Magic Masala. I think all of you must have seen. This is the one, Magic Masala, EP. This is a noodle of this one, ITC. They made this. They launched in 2010. Sunfeast EP, that is the name. Sunfeast is the the brand under which ITC sells some of the products, including biscuits, Mom's Magic, many things you must be knowing. I need not tell you. So Sunfeast is the brand name of ITC into the bakery or food industry, whereas they sell in a different brand name on the apparel, different brand name somewhere else, and all. Right? So Magic Masala. Now Nestle, they came out in 2013. Masala Magic. This is Magic Masala. This is Masala Magic. So they said immediately that this is infringement of my trademark. So again, court case. Court, what has happened? Now Sunfeast and Maggie copied the name Magic Masala, and also they went. But then ITC never registered the expression containing manufacture. So they have not registered. They never registered. Okay, now they are now fighting in the court, saying that you cannot use it. So what did the court say? Court had said very clearly, Magic and Masala are very, very, you remember we discussed generic names you cannot have in your trademark. That is what, if you remember, we discussed about 50 or 45 minutes back. So they say both the words, you just see the judgment, both the words magic and its derivative magical are common to the trade. So somebody cannot have a monopoly over magic or masala. Masala is a common name, magic is a common name. So how are you telling? So they said that you cannot monopolize your magic masala sentence or the expression. That is what the court said, and there it ended, because ITC could not do any further. We have some more Indian cases. I'm not getting into the details. Yahoo and Akash Arora. So he had started a company with another name, Yahoo. And DM Entertainment. DM, all of you must be knowing, Daler Mehendi. There was a pop singer from Punjab. So Daler Mehendi, he was a very popular pop singer. So all his programs and everything, event management, everything was done by a DM Entertainment company. Now there is another company called Baby Gift House. They were there. They started manufacturing very small toy of Daler Mehendi because he was very popular. They started manufacturing a lot of dolls of Daler Mehendi, and they started selling. In the name of Daler Mehendi, they started telling. Now Daler Mehendi, this DM Entertainment went to the court and say that my client was never consulted. See, it is totally an infringement of somebody's privacy. It is like making a doll out of me and then going on selling with my knowledge and without my clearance. So this was the case where it was stopped. Okay, and this is again Milmet Opto Industries is a foreign company. Their trademark was being used by Allergen. So that was stopped. Coca-Cola and Bisleri sold its Maza brand to Coca-Cola some time back. Everything they sold. And what they did, India they sold it, and they went to Turkey and started manufacturing in the same name as Maza. Now Coca-Cola went to the international court on IP, saying that this is a blatant, this one Bisleri has sold us every right Now the court has to now look into it whether Bisleri has sold only for India, but then that cannot be happening because it is both are big companies. When you sell a trade name, not only for this, it was not mentioned. So they are locked in the battle. Then Cadila Healthcare and Cadila Pharmaceutical, they are also, the Cadila Healthcare trademark is being used by Cadila Pharmaceutical. So they are fighting in the court. So please remember, there are a lot of things happening in the trademark because, if you remember, we discussed in the beginning itself, your thing should be unique and nobody can copy. Now somebody is copying, so you don't have any other recourse except to go to the court of law or law of the land has to provide. That is what it says. Now Supreme Court has made some remarks and this one. So it says where it is significant whether the plaintiff and the defendant trade in the same field or nature of the mark, word, label, composite. If you remember, we said the style of doing. Many of us have got this kind of a style. Many of us use only Arial, or somebody uses say British or the Bookman, like that. Many people have this kind of a habit of using a particular. The moment one Word document comes to you, you must be knowing, this is done by Mr. Ramesh, because he always use cosmetic or Cosmos or this one or that one. You come to know by looking at the label, by looking at the font, by looking at the left margin, right margin. By nature, we trademark ourselves in our own product without telling it. So the degree of resemblance between the marks, nature of goods, where it is used, similarities in the nature, character and performance of goods of rival traders, all these things, the class of purchasers who are likely to buy goods bearing the marks, other circumstances that may be relevant. So Supreme Court talks about all these things. So Supreme Court decisions and observations are based on whatever I have now read it. Right? Now, this is some of the references what I have been taking, and if you have questions, I also will try to answer. Otherwise, later we will find out the answer and let you know. And day 4 is over. Day 5 is new challenge of higher education. Day 6 is IPR in cyber world, commercialization and technology transfer issues faced by academic institution like yours. Day 7 is copyright in India. And I thank you all. So this is the end of the input from my side. In fact, I have completed in a 65 minutes window today. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity given by the college. I really thoroughly enjoyed and learned a lot from this exercise which was given to me, and I really love this exercise. Thank you. The floor is open. I believe I am audible. Am I audible, please? Yeah.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, I think the floor is open. So in case you have any questions or any feedback about the session, I'll be very happy to take the feedback. Yes. Rakesh ji, any feedback you have? If there is no feedback from people, I think we can end the session. I leave it to the organizers.
Sir, your today's session was really a knowledge gaining session for us. You have given us a lot of live examples which made us understand very easy and how to do what are all the framework or how to start with. You have given us a lot of inputs, sir. You have shared all your expertise with us. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks for today's session. I will first and foremost like to thank Almighty for making today's session a success. I take this opportunity to thank our speaker, Mr. Srinivasa Prasad, for taking the time to be a part of the FDP and for enlightening us with his knowledge and information. I thank all the participants who have taken the time out to attend today's session. A big thanks to our Secretary, Sri S. Abhaya Sri Srimal Jain, and our Associate Secretary, Sri R. Ashok Kumar Megatant, for the constant guidance and support. My special thanks to our Principal, Dr. S. Bhatmavati, and Vice Principal, Dr. S. Rukmani, for giving us the encouragement we always need. I sincerely thank Dr. S. T. Deepa for planning and organizing this session. Last but not least, I would like to thank our internal training team and the technical team for all the efforts and coordination. Once again, I thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much.
So there is a feedback in the chat box. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable valuable suggestions and knowledgeable information. Also explained well with practical illustrations. This is from Dr. G. Uma Mageshwari of Computer Science Department, and Dr. C.R. Rupa has thanked you for the informative session, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Okay. With your permission,
participants, kindly fill in your feedback link. Fill in your feedback so that it is easy for us to take the attendance. Please. Ma'am, technical team, Tamari ma'am, you can end the session, ma'am. No, we can wait for another minute so that people can click into the feedback link.